After all, the secret technique of demon blood thread can break the power of She of the Void return stage. It is powerful, and generally powerful secret technique has many restrictions. The number of demon blood thread is the biggest constraint of this secret technique. But the glamorous leader of the demon blood sect actually cultivated 2 demon blood threads. Judging from the aura emanating from the inside, the power of the 2 demon blood threads is not equal, and she herself has plenty of energy and blood essence. There is no sign of loss. Don't know how she did it. From this point of view alone, she was able to hold the position of the leader. She was really capable. And the moment the 2 demon blood threads were shot out by her, they twisted and rolled, and a large amount of blood red mist poured out from the inside, and immediately turned into 2 blood red snakes. Xianxia's eyes lit up, and he couldn't help showing excitement. There is no way for his golden blood thread to achieve this level. It looks like, as his own guess, this demon blood thread secret technique has a lot of potential that can be tapped. He was able to cultivate the golden blood thread because he helped a disciple of the demon blood cult named Deng Ning when he came out of the flowing flame sands. Although it was only the half part of the secret technique, has no effect on cultivation. Xianxia had guessed earlier that the second half of the secret technique should describe how to use the magic blood thread flexibly in the many changes. Now it seems that he guessed right. It's just that the demon blood thread secret technique is the unspoken secret of the demon blood sect, and it is impossible for an outsider like Xianxia to obtain the other half. At this moment, Xianxia was naturally delighted to see the changing way of the demon blood thread. Since the cultivation of golden blood threads, this secret technique has helped him a lot and has played a huge role in many battles. If he can really penetrate the mystery hidden in the other half, this secret technique will exert greater power. All kinds of thoughts flashed in Xianxia's mind. The 2 blood-red little snakes had already rushed in front of the white rabbit, opened their mouths, showing their fangs. One bit the white rabbit's head, the other he bit its tail, and did not let go. From the fangs, there was even blood-red energy poured into the white rabbit's body, seeming to want to pollute its spiritual power. When the world spirit was attacked suddenly, it was obviously shocked. After it recovered from the attack of Jinchi, it suddenly found that it was restrained, and it couldn't help getting angry. Shaking its head and wagging its tail, it couldn't get rid of the entanglement of the 2 blood snakes. On the contrary, in this moment of effort, the 2 blood snakes poured more blood-red energy into the white rabbit, making it feel a little confused. The world spirit also realized that it was not good, and no longer dared to stay where it was, and shook its body. The white rabbit's form immediately collapsed, turning into a stream of pure icy air, wanting to escape from here. The giggling laughter came out, containing the fascinating power, so that everyone present couldn't help but roll over. There was a commotion deep in the heart. The glamorous leader of the demon blood sect stood in midair, just lightly tapped a finger. Seemingly without the slightest smoke or fire, the 2 blood snakes also changed. Looking around, they saw that the 2 blood snakes returned into 2 magic blood threads, entangled together in an instant, and then suddenly split. Turn into more and smaller blood-red threads. Those blood-red silk threads formed a large blood-red net at a very fast speed between the shuttles and the confluence, heading towards the world spirit. At this time, it was inevitable for the world spirit, and was directly caught by the big blood net. Receive. The demon blood sect glamorous leader yelled softly, and with a thought the blood-red net suddenly shrank, and soon the world spirit was strangled to death. No matter how it rushed from the left to the right, it could not rush out of the shackles of the big red net. In an instant, it became the bag of the beautiful woman. The beautiful woman smiled at the corners of her mouth, and there was a small smug on her face. She reached out and hooked the blood net, and the blood net flew towards her lightly as if it has spirituality. In this matter, the sudden change suddenly came out, and a sharp phoenix cry suddenly came out, and immediately, shocking power trembling fell from the sky, whether it was the 2 people of Ice Heart Valley who fell to the ground, or the energetic Jinchi and the beautiful woman. All of them changed countenance, looked around in shock. Behind an iceberg, a body of more than 10 feet long, white and flawless. A big bird such as Ice Jade soars into the sky. The big bird is intangible, and some is just an illusory shadow. It was squinting, as if it doesn't put everything in the world in its eyes, and the two bird pupils contained endless majesty. Anyone who looked at it couldn't help but give birth to a feeling of insignificance like an ant. Ice Phoenix. The eyes of the two women of Iceheart Valley were about to stare out, and they shout out the name of this big bird. In shock, the two beautiful eyes were full of fanaticism. Iceheart Valley practiced ice attribute techniques, and in this world, the Ice Phoenix was the ancient creature who was most proficient in the laws of the ice element, and the totem worshipped by the disciples in Iceheart Valley was an Ice Phoenix. But they had only seen patterns before, and had never seen a real Ice Phoenix. Although the one in front of them was not a real ancient Holy Spirit, it had something to do with that heaven-defying existence. In a short period of time, these two women experienced the ups and downs of their lives. First, they thought that they would die under the attack of the world spirit. At a critical moment, someone came out to kill it and used a powerful secret technique to subdue the world spirit. Before they could recover, another Ice Phoenix phantom appeared here. The feelings of the two women were extremely complicated, and they never expected that when the two of them were fighting against the world spirit there would be so many outsiders spying on the side. After the heart palpitations, they secretly rejoiced. Anyway, the two of them survived. Beautiful eyes quivered at the Ice Phoenix, and the faces of the two women showed a strange brilliance. The sound of Phoenix cry came out, and the Ice Phoenix left an after image on the spot, disappearing in an instant. When it reappears, it has been blocked in front of the beautiful leader of the demon blood sect, opened its beak, and faced the blood net. The wrapped world spirit was pecked away. That posture was like pecking at an insignificant bug, graceful and careless. The beautiful woman was obviously taken aback. After all, Ice Phoenix is not something she can see leisurely in her free time, but she soon recovered, and she yelled, looking for death. Regardless of whether it was a real Ice Phoenix or not, the beautiful woman would never tolerate the idea of daring to hit her own prey. She shouted like this and waved her hand and sacrificed a bracelet-like artifact, and struck the Ice Phoenix remnant soul. As soon as the bracelet was shot out, it suddenly turned into two, from 2 into 3. In the blink of an eye, it was an overwhelming shadow of the bracelet that enveloped the remnant soul of the Ice Phoenix. The Ice Phoenix turned a blind eye. Although it was only a remnant soul now, it couldn't be destroyed casually. When the shadow of the sky bracelet fell towards it, it swallowed the web of blood in one bite, and then spread its wings, arousing the strong icy air here, turning it into countless ice blades, lingering around the body. Jingle bell. There was a dense sound, the shadows of the bracelets shattered, and the ice blades collapsed. When the bracelet returned to the beautiful woman's hand, the Ice Phoenix was unharmed, but the beautiful woman's pretty face was blue. Ice Phoenix not only swallowed the world spirit, even her demon blood thread was swallowed. In this short period of time, she had already felt that the connection between her demon blood thread and her mind had become a lot weaker, and if it continued, her demon blood thread might be gone. Dare to swallow my things, I'm afraid you can't digest it. The beautiful woman screamed, her hands changed, as if she was urging her own demon blood to launch an attack from the Ice Phoenix. Although it was just a short fight, but with the eyes of the beautiful woman, it was natural to see that this Ice Phoenix was just a mere appearance, not a true ancient Holy Spirit. Otherwise, how could she dare to stay here? She would have already run away as fast as she can. The true ancient Holy Spirit, even the powerhouse of the Void King realm, could not withstand a single blow. With this, from the Ice Phoenix immediately heard a painful cry, and the white body surface faintly reflected a faint red, which seemed extremely secretive. Xianxia couldn't continue to hide. The moment Ice Phoenix rushed out, he was ready to take action. Seeing Ice Phoenix screaming, he immediately rushed out with Bailu. Sure enough, it's you, kid. Xianxia shot out from the side, took the initiative to meet Xianxia, and directly blocked his way, looking at him with a look of anger and evil intentions, his face extremely grim. Xianxia didn't move, but just glanced at him coldly, and immediately turned his gaze on Ice Phoenix. He can't direct the Ice Phoenix to do anything. The Ice Phoenix's remnant soul just uses his body as a carrier to stay for a while, otherwise, he could give the Ice Phoenix orders, and his heart is extremely anxious, fearing what Ice Phoenix would do here that might lead to accident. Fortunately, even though Ice Phoenix was only remnant soul, it knew what to do. After screaming for a while, it opened its mouth and suddenly spit out a blood-red light. As soon as the blood-red light appeared, it separated immediately and became two magic blood threads again, returning to the beautiful woman hand. After all, this is the secret technique that the demon blood leader has spent countless years of sacrifice, and it is really not that easy to digest. After spitting out the devil blood thread, the Ice Phoenix cried for a long time, turned into a white light, and rushed directly into Xianxia's body and disappeared. It has swallowed a world's spirit, it is satisfied, it must be refined as soon as possible to increase its own strength. As for the next battle, it has nothing to do with it. The moment the Ice Phoenix entered his body, Xianxia couldn't help but slash his spirits, only feeling cold all over his body. Fortunately, this coldness didn't affect him much, otherwise, he could only turn around and flee at this moment. A series of changes occurred between the lightning and flint, and almost everyone quickly did not react. Falling in a pool of blood, the two Ice Phoenix girls, who could only protect themselves, couldn't help showing interest after seeing Ice Phoenix actually rushing into Xianxia's body. They didn't know what kind of chance this man had. He can even get that kind of stuff. If they can get that Ice Phoenix. But the glamorous leader of the demon blood sect was so angry, her white teeth clenched, looking at Xianxia with burning eyes. To be continued.